Sione Po'uha, welcome to BYU Football and BYU Sports Nation.
Welcome. Awesome. Thanks for having me. We're excited to be here. My family's excited to be here, so we're ready to roll.
Hey, you were retired, and then you got brought out of retirement. This must have been some kind of offer for you. What brought you out of retirement?
Yeah, had a great experience, with Utah where I was at and coaching there, and just had a great experience. And there was just some things in my family. My family was in transition, had a missionary leaving, had a senior in high school, and wanted really to be present. And so kind of just merged away from that. And then, like they say, as doors swing open and close, other ones open. And Kalani and Jay Hill sought this opportunity, and I thought it was a great opportunity. My family thought it was a great opportunity. And now that thought has turned in, as we know it is a great opportunity. So we're happy to be here.
Is it weird wearing the Y? I mean, you wore the U for a while. You've come over to this side now?
Not weird at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
because you look good in blue.
I appreciate it. Yeah, there's that book title that says "Be Where Your Feet Are," right? And so this is where we're at, and we're happy to be a part of it.
I love that. Sione Po'uha, defensive line coach, and I got to be honest with you.
We haven't said that officially, right? The team hasn't, but that's the assumption. That's the assumption.
We believe he's the defensive line coach.
You know what? I know a little bit about safeties too, so you never know, right? I could go back there, cover 2, cover 3.
You got a great relationship with Jay. You could probably talk yourself into whatever you want to coach.
You coach the line. I want to do safeties. Yeah,
it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to rewind to last week in Albuquerque, and I'm talking with some of the coaches. I'm not going to say names because I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but they didn't tell me that it was you that they were bringing on, but he said to me, Spencer, I am so amped about who we are bringing in
about fill in the blank.
These spots. Like, I'm so excited who's going to be working with us. Like, so to find out that it was you and know that you had that type of support from all of those staff members, what does that mean to you?
Well, I think we were equally excited as well. When there were talks about, when Jay gave me a call initially, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Kalani gave us a call. We were able to visit with him. We were just as equally as excited. And so just to know that kind of works on both ends, I think makes for a great merger, a great partnership, a great team, and we're all in.
You coached some of the greatest defensive lines that not just Utah had, but that the nation had there for several years, especially 18 to 21. Those groups were dynamic. A bunch of those guys are still in the NFL. What is it from that experience that you feel like hopefully you can put here at BYU to have equally good defensive lines?
Right. It's really understanding the process, right, and the different metrics it takes for development. On Saturdays, you just see the final product, right? But there's a process that takes place all the way from January to that point, and you got to and really understanding those measurables, measuring them constantly, following up, helping them develop, providing the support for them to develop, to perform on Saturday. It's really understanding that process, and so myself being a product of it as a player and being able to deliver that as a coach is something that is valuable and hope to bring all in here at BYU.
How is NIL impacting how the recruiting process will take shape?
It's just another element of the recruiting process, right? And so the faster we learn how to adapt to it, the faster we learn how to use it for our advantage, the better it'll help us, right? We're so used to the old way of doing things, and it's probably not going to go back. So let's not return back to that, right? And say, those were the days, or back in the days. No, it's a new era. It's a new element of the game, and the faster we adapt to it and use it for our advantage and know how we can play it to our advantage, that'll help us in the recruiting process.
And we heard from Siale, it certainly swayed him in the process of, it's hard not to look at that, right? But ultimately chose BYU, which is awesome. Today the news is out of the Royal Blue, a new collective officially with the university, which is exciting. But this new scheme, more attack, more, and every new coach wants to say they're going to do something faster and better. Like, no one's saying let's slow it down, rarely, right? For a while with the scheme, we've been told that defensive linemen are block eaters. Linebackers will come up and make a play. It feels like perhaps more will be expected in terms of havoc from the defensive line with this new scheme?
Yeah, I mean, every scheme is, will be based on Kalani and will also be based on Jay Hill, right? I would like to think it as those are the schematic guys, right? My job as a position coach is to make sure it's sharp, that it's executed, right? That every particular part of their technique is executed so that when these coaches call it, they can depend that we'll be able to deliver in terms of technique-wise and executing what we're supposed to do. So,
what is it? Yeah. Well, I want to ask you, what is it like to work with Jay Hill but be here on the BYU side? What do we not know about him as a coach?
Jay, well, he has an infectious smile, right? You know that already. Super passionate. My first interaction with Jay, I was a freshman at Utah while he was a senior. So I got to see him from that spectrum of, wow, that, you know, those are the senior class. And then him and his wife were, he was a GA, and him and his wife were just helping us in terms of the Fiesta Bowl when we went there. And so just to see their interaction and their relationship, and obviously unique to, not unique, but as everybody kind of seen when his family had a challenge with his wife going through that, right? It kind of just drew, it accentuated who he was from the core, right? No surprise at all. And so to be able to see that, understand it, and want to emulate it yourself makes you just draw more to him. And for me, that draws a special bond between us and him because of who he is and what he does and how he lives his life.
Yeah, she's a cancer survivor, which is
yes,
incredible, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, in terms of scheme in the D-line, certainly fans want sacks. They want havoc. They want all the takeaways. The ball comes out quicker nowadays. There are certain times where, you know, drop 8 works in a certain situation, sometimes where it doesn't or whatever. What can fans expect from this defense in terms of a scheme and what's real given Big 12 offenses too, which will be a new challenge?
Yeah, I mean, you get into the P5, you get into the Big 12, and you know that's where they put on your big boy pants, and they're just gonna. It's really just squat rack versus squat rack. And so as we go through the season, in terms of training in the January, and that's what it's really about, is to get our guys to be leaner, faster, stronger, to be able to compete against those different offenses. So you know what you can expect is definitely a tough culture, a physical culture, and a skilled culture, especially from the D-line. And we've established that yesterday in a meeting that we had. Really, is just tough, physical, and skilled. And you put those, we put those together. And that's what we build in January, not what we build on game week Monday. That's what we build in January. We come in, and that's pretty much our values. That's our focus. Because when we come that day, if we become the best skilled, we become the best physical, and become the best tough defensive front, then we'll be able to put something good on the field.
He is a defensive assistant coach. We've not made anything official about positions yet.
Anything but D-line.
Whatever. It's not
We'll
official.
say it. You didn't say it.
Sione Po'uha with us on BYU Sports Station. What do you know about the personnel that you inherit on the current roster? I know it's early, but what do you know about the personnel?
Yeah, super early. I came into the office yesterday and had some of our players that were still on campus come in and be able to talk to them, and they're hungry. I know that for sure. They're hungry to get better. They're hungry to get pushed. They're hungry to learn the scheme. They're hungry to take it all in. So it was so good to be here, be able to feel that from them. We had our first 45 minutes was just me listening to their story. Like, what is it? Some of the questions that I asked that really gave me some good insight was not, and there's basic questions like, you know, why what's your why to football? But one of the important questions I asked them was like, what's your relationship with football? Because I really wanted to understand what that relationship was and strengthen that relationship so that now it's more inner-driven from them. So really a lot of listening on my part to feel who they are, feel what's important to them. And as many coaches, a lot of coaches have like different specialties, like, oh, I'm a technique guy, or I'm a X's and O's guys, and have different types of specialties. For me, I told my guys this year, I'm a you guy. You know, I coach you, and whatever you're good at and whatever you're well at and what are your deficiencies, I'm not going to put you into this box, but I'm going to see what you're good at, add to it, and make sure that you become better at the deficiencies that you do have currently.
And that's YOU, not the letter U, just to be clear.
YOU, yes.
I'm just kidding. Okay,
Yes.
in the transition to a Power 5, certainly you were at Utah after your time in the NFL, mainly with the Jets, right? What is it that took Utah some time and then eventually led to conference championships that hopefully BYU can expedite in some way in the Big 12 because independence kind of ramped up those schedules a little more than the G5 originally?
Right. Just getting our processes down, understanding our culture, having a process that houses and that drives the culture, and then continue just to repeat it over and over and over. And then getting our players, the players that we have in rosters and players that come in, when they come in, there's already an environment where it fosters the thriving and winning success, the traditions that we have here at BYU, and the things that are going to be built.
Awesome.
Before you leave us, we have something for you.
Okay, we got a swag box for you. You need to get outfitted, right? So we got BYU Sports Nation, all kinds of goodies in there for you.
Do I open this up right now, or open it up at home, or
whatever.
wait till Christmas, or?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, you can
do whatever
How about
you
I do this?
like.
I'll open it during Christmas.
Yes.
I'll record it on a video. I'll send it in, and maybe you can use it in one of your commercials.
I love it. That's great. We love it.
Okay.
We love
Awesome.
it.
Thank you so much.
Keep the drama. Let's go.
We're so excited you're here.
Yeah,
Welcome to BYU.
I love being here.
Yeah.
Thank you.